Welcome, Fourth Down and Browns. I'm your host, Ryan. Hopefully, we got the mic working this time. You know what I'm saying? But it's the first episode of Fourth Down and Browns. I want to welcome y'all to the show. You know what I'm saying? And it's in the vein of just giving y'all a little perspective from my point of view. I got a small, tiny point of view, but I like to, really dig deep into what's going on with this Browns team and this free agency period. Just for a second with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, before we jump into everything, I hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about putting this on this home page, but it's really, just a live portion of what I feel about this. It's kind of off the topic of music and everything, but just jumping into this football, this Brown season. You know what I'm saying? First, I want to give a shout out to all the people that came before me doing this. Um, People like the BSK, G. Bush, Tyvis Powell, Earl the Pearl, Cam Justice, Quincy Carrier, Rachel Hill, just to name a few of those, you know, brothers and sisters that's been out in the game, really giving putting their feet to the pavement and creating a lane that seems like it's growing and it seems like a positive community. With that being said, I want to shout out Quincy Carrier because I had a combo with him. I had on Twitter, on the Twitters, on the X, whatever you want to call it, but really Twitter. And I said, "Yo, you need to go ahead and do a show. While we need to go ahead and pick up Mike Will. Mike Will made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got the you know, we got the every position wide receiver in Jerry Judy where he just told you he can play every single wide out position. You know what I'm saying? Amari could play down there every single wide out position. Now you go get me a standard 6 foot, 4 or 5 guy that can make those jump balls up there with um David Njoku. Now we got Amari, we got David, we got Judy, and Mike Will out there. And sometimes we switching in Naheem Hines. So and then, and Elijah Moore, meaning we can go 5 wide. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Like it only makes sense. 4 wide, you know what I'm saying? I want to see that. I want to see 4 wide. You know what I'm saying? 4 wide with my classic. Since we couldn't get Mike Evans, go give me Mike Williams. Another listen, a Randy Moss, a real Randy Mosser, a real Moss. You know what I'm saying? Like we couldn't get Mike Evans, we couldn't get T Higgins. Go give me a Moss, Mike Williams, and you got to realize that the comfortability level with what I'm saying, with the comfortability level that Deshaun is gonna have with a Mike Will. You know what I'm saying? But Mike Will made it. You know what I'm saying? That just brings a whole nother level of the game where you have extras. Just in case of what? Injury. What kind of setback every team is gonna face? Injury. So when you start rotating, if somebody got to sit out for a game, whatever, you're not gonna lose any real continuity because okay, now let's say God forbid Amari Cooper get hurt. Now your number one is, if you get Mike Will, is Mike Will. Your number two, which is your 1A, which is always gonna be your 1A, Jerry Judy. You know what I'm saying? That's just switch over to from him be now your three is Elijah Moore. You don't lose no steps. You don't lose no steps. If that applies to all across the board. If anybody get hurt, we got rotational pieces that's never gonna drop off. And so we just learned that they restructured JEUDY to free up 10 more mil. Keep on restructuring, AB. Keep on restructuring. We gotta restructure the restructure. Everybody line up for restructurings. So we could get this money freed up so that we can bring in Mike Will. That way, when we go to draft, like I said in my previous video, I mean, I'm thinking Audric Estime. I mean, I'm just saying that brother right there might be somebody we might want to look at. You know what I'm saying? So that Nick Chubb can get some. We ease Nick Chubb back into this game. I don't listen. That's the Cadillac. That's the Cadillac. We don't want to blow the tires on the Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? So we want to ease him back into the game, but for right now, go give me somebody like that. That's a possible. We got with all the other teams getting better with you know you're seeing the Ravens go out and get Derrick Henry. You gotta every time they punch, you gotta counter punch. I think Mike Will would be the meanest counter punch to what's been going on to ensure that we got all facets of wide receiver covered. And if you don't get Mike Will, what would I be happy with? I'd be happy with Xavier Leggett. I mean, but this instead of getting I would prefer to get Mike Will because at that point, when you drafting, you can pick best player available. That's how dope this offseason has been for AB, with him securing everything from Quentin Jefferson, not trading Greg Newsome, keeping him there because hey, we're solid, you know. I mean, every position seems solid now, Bringing back Shelby Harris, bringing back Zadarius, you know. Miles had his best season with Zadarius, so there's some special there. And with Thanos, Dalvin Tomlinson, we love him. Now we're seeing that and Ika now, like we're seeing we got all different types of DTs. I love to see it. So the thing is, you want that same type of rotational ability on offense. Go get me Mike Will. Go get me Mike Will. Go get me Mike Will. Oh, we appreciate bringing in Devin Bush too. You know what I'm saying? And Jordan Hicks. Appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? Them is some moves. Them is some moves right there. Since we lost A-Walk and we lost Sione Taki. So, and then I know they brought in another replacement for Mike Ford, I think dude named Brown from the Colts, who has familiarity with Bubba Ventrone. You know what I'm saying? So it's making a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing where they're going with things and hoping that everything just continues to build in a positive, situation with these new movements. You know what I'm saying? So, like I'm saying, the thing is with Mike Will, you're getting a whole different type of receiver. You're getting that you don't have. Well, you want uh young boy from uh, Cedric Tillman to grow into be a Mike Will possibility, But when you have it right there, and you got somebody that can, a established player that can show Cedric Tillman the ropes, how to, use your frame in order to get open, and then take advantage of that. It's priceless, man. That would show me that we are, you know, when we go to the draft, we can just pick best player available. You know what I'm saying? And I would hope if we're not looking at estimate and we're looking at quorum in the draft, I hope we're looking at quorum. Maybe in the third round or whatever. You know, or estimate for that. To solidify that running back situation. So those are my thoughts. My thought process, and hopefully these Browns are listening to me. You know what I'm saying? And go out there and get Mike Williams. Peace.